Look, it's 23rd MAB, man. Let's get straight into it. Look, man, we got another banger for you boys out there. We got us a banger, man. We got Rihanna is getting canceled for something. I don't know why, right? But you guys will keep sending me this video. Let's get straight into it and break down this video. Like button, sub button. Let's get it.
Even though Rihanna hasn't officially dropped an album in what seems to be forever, she is still considered to be one of the biggest hip-hop pop stars in the world. Her many timeless songs have solidified her in the music industry and have earned her a diehard fan base that supports her through everything she does. This has led her to succeed in other ventures other than music, like her Fenty brand that is heavily supported by her strong female fan base, or even her Hollywood career as she gave voice acting a try for the animated movie Home. It seems like Rihanna can do no wrong in the eyes of her massive fan base. Well, that might not be the case anymore, as a recent distasteful photo shoot was released that shocked the internet and has left many of her fans asking, what was Rihanna thinking with these photos? Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos every other day exposing the truth. In today's episode, we will be talking about Rihanna's recent disturbing photo shoot. Let's get right into it. It's not hard to see why Rihanna is loved by so many. She has some of the biggest hits in music that still hold up to this very day. Her massive songs like Work, Diamonds, and We Found Love have made her one of the most listened to artists of recent times. In recent years, she has been pretty quiet when it comes to music, but somehow, she has still been able to keep her popularity alive without it. Some would even say that Rihanna has almost become bigger since her departure from music, as it was reported a couple years back that she was officially considered a billionaire, which is big, as we only know of maybe 2 or 3 other artists, let alone female artists, that have been able to make it to billionaire status. There's obviously something special about Rihanna that she has lasted the test of time and has only gotten bigger with time. With Rihanna being practically loved by most of the masses, she has been able to mainly receive positive support from the fans throughout her entire career. The moments of controversy in her career saw her as the victim in those situations, so she didn't get any bad press from it. For example, the situation that happened between her and Chris Brown was considered a controversial moment in her career, but Rihanna was the victim in that situation and Chris Brown was the aggressor. So she was able to get past that situation unscathed, but the same can't be said for this recent stunt she just pulled. Who would have thought that after avoiding controversy for the majority of her career, Rihanna would do something that shocked the internet and has people upset at her? Recently, Rihanna has been receiving backlash from many people on the internet for a photo shoot that most people are calling disrespectful and blasphemous. The photo shoot was done for Interview magazine and showed photos of the princess of pop Rihanna wearing a nun outfit while posing provocatively. One photo even shows Rihanna pulling down on her shirt, appearing seductive. Many on the internet are calling these photos distasteful and disrespectful, even declaring it religious mockery.
Yeah, I don't understand why we like to play with like religion and play with like the devil, like Lil Nas X twerking on the devil and things of that nature. I never understood it. I still don't get it. Like, why don't we just create art without disrespecting anybody's religion? That's just the way that I think. Maybe I'm a little crazy. Maybe I'm a little weird, right? But I understand you want to be edgy. You want to be like, you want to play with that because playing with religion can be considered edgy, right? And so, even though I think she look good, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not the most religious nigga in the world anyway. I believe in God, but she look good to me, you know? But I can understand how that can be offensive to a nun or somebody that's religious, you know, or a part of that religion. I completely understand, but I don't understand why we need to do this, right? Like, I don't understand why. Like, who came up with the idea, like, maybe you should be a topless nun? Like, who was the person who thought of that, right? Like, sometimes you can't blame Rihanna. Even though she had to agree on it, it's the person that put it in her head, because I don't know if she thought about this. It could have been somebody else. It could have been a photographer, like, hey, I feel like a nun outfit would be perfect. Like, y'all should question him, because he's a freaky nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest.
In my opinion, it does seem to appear so. The fact that she took these provocative photos dressed up as a nun clearly mocks those women who dedicate themselves to being nuns for the Lord. When a woman becomes a nun, she saves herself for the Lord, which means they remain virgins. They embody purity and respect, vowing to remain clean for the Lord. Rihanna is essentially inverting that principle as she's presenting herself as a provocative nun who is lustful. So I can easily see and understand why people are seeing this photo shoot as religious mockery and are upset about it. These photos are inverting what a nun is supposed to represent. And Rihanna is doing it all for a magazine cover at that. What doesn't make any sense about this is that artists usually do controversial things like this when they have a new song dropping or an album to promote. This is when artists tend to do something controversial like this in order to draw up attention, which they monetize. In this case, Rihanna doesn't seem to be doing this for that reason. She doesn't seem to be teasing any new music or have any other purpose that I am aware of that she would want to be controversial for attention. It's not like she was fading away either. Rihanna's fans are desperately waiting for her to drop new music. So why in the world did Rihanna do this photo shoot? Surely she would have known that these distasteful photos wouldn't have been received positively by at least some parts of her fan base. So what was the point of all of this? Did she really just do it to shock the internet? Considering the level of stardom Rihanna is on, it wouldn't make any sense for her to do things for clout. She had to have had another reason entirely for doing this. By now, we have all seen stars in the music industry using what is considered dark occult imagery and symbols. This sort of imagery fans have deemed satanic or what they call Illuminati. Now, Rihanna dressing up like a seductive nun to some people could be seen as blasphemous and in some ways even satanic. As we know, Satanists tend to invert Christian symbols and beliefs, like inverting the cross or other religious symbols in order to mock and disrespect the religion. Rihanna presenting herself as a seductive nun is inverting the religious principles of nunship. Nuns to many people around the world are seen as religious authority figures and as a representation of the church. So what Rihanna is doing is definitely satanic by being blasphemous. I can't think of any other reason Rihanna would have had to have done this photo shoot like this, considering the fact that this satanic imagery has been the main theme of the music industry for years now.
I really don't think, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think she was doing this. Well, you never know. I can't speak for Rihanna, being honest with you. I think she was literally just doing this shit to be cool, right? To be honest with you. This to be cool and edgy. She probably didn't think it was gonna be that deep. A lot of people do these things, or maybe she did, right? But I'm thinking, I'm giving her the grace. I'm giving her some grace right now. But she should be old enough to know how disrespectful this is. She should be old enough, because if I was there, I'd have been like, I don't know about the nun shit. Like, what about it like a nurse or a librarian, right? There's so many different ways you can go with this. Why are we playing with nuns? Like, I'm not processing that, right? But like he said earlier in the video, a lot of people do this to try to get their name out there a little bit more right before a big drop happens. Even though Rihanna's already a mega star, sometimes when you have a project coming out, you tend to do some controversial things just to get your name buzzing again. It's get a little bit more sizzling. It happens all the time. People do it all the time, but yeah, it's rough.
I can confidently say Rihanna chose to do this photo shoot to purely mock religious people, and because she's an occultist like many others in the music industry. The reason Rihanna is one of the biggest artists in the music industry and has made it to billionaire status is because of her doing things like this. Ooh. This is what the music industry tends to reward, as all the biggest stars use satanic imagery. This entire photo shoot was satanic in every way, and that became especially clear when I took a closer look at the interview. Like I already mentioned, this photo shoot was for Interview magazine, and the photo shoot came accompanied with a written-only interview. While the interview itself was your standard boring same question interview, what I found out about the interview caught my attention. At the very beginning of the interview, the host Mel Oldenburg tells us something that I found extremely interesting about all of this. Mel wanted those who were reading the interview to know that Rihanna started this interview at exactly 3 a.m. in the morning. As she said in the interview, I was just there to get this interview done. At 3 a.m., Rihanna and I ducked behind some lush curtains that opened up to really comfortable backstage setup. We took off our shoes, got cozy, and for the next 90 minutes, she gave the interview her all. Now you may be saying, besides that being pretty late to be doing an interview, why does the time matter? If you are a veteran supporter of this channel, you should know that the hour 3 a.m. actually has massive importance in the world of the occult. By doing a simple Google search, you can find that 3 a.m. is actually considered the witching hour or the devil's hour. Ooh. People who are into the dark arts like witchcrafts and rituals believe that when they perform their rituals at exactly 3 a.m., they're almost supercharged. They believe that 3 a.m. is the point in time in the day where the veil to the spiritual world is briefly lifted, allowing them more access to the spiritual power. This interviewer wanted us to know that they started this interview at exactly 3 a.m., which, like I said, is the witching hour or the devil's hour. Rihanna then dressed up like a seductive nun, which, like I already explained, is satanic in itself. So if you're following me, Rihanna dressed up as a satanic nun for an interview she waited until 3 a.m. to do, an hour that is used by occultists to do rituals. Ooh. All of this was obviously satanic and most likely could have been a ritual. Let me explain what I mean. I have already exposed that members of the Church of Satan, or the occult group Thelema, practice an inverted version of a mass called a Gnostic Mass. The Gnostic Mass is a satanic ritual ritual that mocks what happens in a real mass.
Ooh.
While masses try to be as holy as possible, a Gnostic mass attempts to be as unholy as possible. What's really interesting is that the Gnostic mass is led by a female high priestess, and you guessed it, is often performed at 3 a.m. It's obvious this nun stunt was purposely done to represent a Gnostic mass.
I did not know nothing about the 3 a.m. situation. That is wild work. It is a lot of coincidences that's happening right now that I'm exposed to. Damn, that's crazy. Like 3 a.m., the nun shit, all that is wild work. It's a lot of coincidences. That's all I'm saying. That's crazy.
Rihanna was meant to represent the high priestess. At this point, satanic imagery is seen as normal coming from the music industry, especially from someone like Rihanna, who has been on top for a very long time. If you have seen any of my previous videos on Rihanna, you would know that Rihanna's career shows us she is definitely an occultist and a Masonic puppet. First of all, she was signed to Jay-Z, who's the main figurehead of the theory that hip-hop is controlled by the Illuminati. If you were to ask a random hip-hop fan which rapper they believe is a part of the Illuminati, the first person they would most likely mention is Jay-Z. Hip-hop fans have been pointing at Jay-Z doing this triangle hand gesture and have connected it with the all-seeing eye symbol that they attribute to the Illuminati. If you saw my video on Jay-Z, then you would know that he is 100% an occultist. He is clearly a member of the Freemasons. He is also a supporter of the infamous occultist Aleister Crowley, as he wore a sweater with his quote on it, "Do what thou wilt," for an interview. The reason Jay-Z does this hand gesture is not because of the Illuminati, but because of the Freemasons, as is one of the main symbols in Masonry in Thelema. Jay-Z was the one to give Rihanna her first deal. What's interesting about this deal is that just like they wanted us to know this photo shoot took place at 3 a.m., they wanted us to know that Rihanna signed their first record deal at exactly 3 a.m. in the morning. As if you look up when Rihanna was signed, it clearly states she signed her record deal at exactly 3 a.m., what they consider the witching hour, which is strange as business meetings tend to take place during business hours, and 3 a.m. is nowhere near business hours.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Who's signing anything at 3 a.m.? That's so weird. And why is that even documented? 3 a.m. Like, why are we doing that? Bruh, this video right here opening my eyes to a lot. I'm just like, this is crazy. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes that we are just unaware of that that just blows my mind, man. People do some crazy shit for success, you know? In order to make it in this industry, bro, you almost got to do some type of strange shit in order to make it. You got to attend Diddy party, sign your life away, or do some weirdo stuff in order to make it in this industry. And that's why I would never want to be famous, because I'm not doing none of that. You're not my booty hole will forever remain mine, right? Like, you're not for to touch me. I'm a grown ass man. I like vagina for real. So this is intriguing, man. It really is. Damn.
We know why they waited to exactly 3 a.m. to sign her, because they wanted to wait for the witching hour. Ever since Rihanna signed that record deal, she has been using occult imagery and showing she took the oath. In one of her first videos for her hit song Umbrella, we saw Rihanna inside of a triangle in a video full of Masonic imagery. She also has been seen doing the Masonic one-eye symbolism pose, covering one eye, a pose that we can find all of the biggest stars doing. She can also be seen throwing up the Masonic all-seeing eye hand gesture, just like Jay-Z. In this photo, we see Rihanna with a serpent placed over one of her eyes, doing the one-eye symbolism. We all know the serpent is a symbol used to represent Satan, so it's obvious what she is trying to imply with these photos. We also saw her doing the same hand gesture during her performance for the Super Bowl, where she was embodying the role of the Scarlet Woman. I broke it all down in this video I did covering that year's Super Bowl halftime performance. For years now, people have speculated that these celebrities are a part of a satanic cult that runs the music industry. They believe these artists are forced to take an oath of secrecy, vowing to never reveal the secrets of the industry. There's so many photos of Rihanna placing a finger over her mouth, a pose that is done in the occult to show a person has taken the oath of secrecy. Rihanna has been openly putting this satanic imagery out there, as in her S&M music video, she literally reveals to the world that she is a Masonic puppet without even trying to hide it. The video starts with Rihanna being taped onto a wall while she is singing and performing for an audience. This scene represents her initiation into the music industry, as she was picked up as a young teen and thrown in the industry, being told what to do every step of the way. Damn. She became trapped to the dream she wanted to achieve so badly. She has been a puppet since the moment Jay-Z signed her, and she never truly had control of her life since then. As Rihanna's taped up, we can see one of the people in the video start writing Illuminati out on a page of a book she has in her hand. hand. The video continues with what seems to be a strange industry party that we have all heard of. At this point in the video, we can see Rihanna with her hair positioned to cover one of her eyes, as behind her, we can clearly see the words Illuminati Princess slide across the screen. It couldn't be more open than this that Rihanna took the oath to be a star. Even her boyfriend and baby father A$AP Rocky is an occultist, as he has been showing occult imagery since he started his career. I have made many videos on Rocky that you can check out after this one. All of this to me explains exactly why Rihanna decided to have this blasphemous nun photo shoot. She is doing what she has always been doing, pushing the agenda for the music industry. Rihanna wanted to appear this way because she is serving the god of this world. This is what the entire music industry has been doing, and we can see countless examples of that. What's interesting is that Busta Rhymes actually dropped a song back in 2020 called Satanic, calling out hip-hop's obsession with the occult. In the song, Busta doesn't hold back either, and seems to admit the devil is running hip-hop. In the song, Busta Rhymes raps, "Look, I had to compile this stuff in a song. It's so intriguing, all this satanic stuff going on. Playing with symbols and signs, devil worshipping. People talk like they're praying to Lucifer, but what happened to Jesus walks? Yeah, we have demented thoughts. Then you conversate with your savior, asking for forgiveness while displaying blasphemous behavior." Woo. At first we seen it subtle, now they display it major, and going out their way like they're doing Satan a favor, and gamble with their lives like rattling dice in a shaker. Another life forsaken, turning your back on your maker. And I'm only catering to the facts and the stuff I'm seeing, a lot of questionable stuff. Like, do these guys believe in it? I could have read the whole song, as Busta talks nothing but facts in this song. What he is saying is what I've been saying for years now on this channel. I couldn't help but smile at Busta Rhymes openly exposing the industry like this.
I like that.
The only thing I was suspicious of is Busta himself, as he seems to be a puppet of the industry like the rest. Not only does he use Masonic imagery for his entire career, but this recent video of him and Missy Elliott is full of occult New Age references. I think I should do a full video on Busta Rhymes, investigating what side he is truly on. If that's something you would like to see, comment Busta Rhymes below. This song explains exactly why Rihanna chose to do this mockery of a photo shoot. She was serving the god of this world, who awarded her the career she has benefited from for so many years. I want to know what you guys think below. What do you think of this photo shoot?
Damn, bro broke that down, didn't he? Damn, it's kind of hard to defend that. There was a lot of coincidences right there, though, man. The 3 a.m. signing is crazy. The nun thing, even though I think she was just trying to be edgy, I can see where people could say that's. I've been hearing about Rihanna being in the cult and being a part of the Illuminati for years, just like Jay-Z and Beyonce. I've been hearing about them for years being a part of the Illuminati, right? And to be honest with you, man, I do believe that is real. I just don't know who's a part of it, right? And it's just crazy, bro. Like, this whole industry the whole industry is fucked. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like a lot of them behind the scenes, like I say all the time, be doing some weird shit. I feel like a lot of them do some weirdo shit, bro. I can't lie to you. So he broke this video down. I can't lie. It's hard to defend with all the facts in front of you. The 3 a.m., the witching hour. They signing, she getting signed at 3 a.m. Who the hell gets signed at 3 a.m.? What kind of shit is that? Like, what are we doing here? But besides that, man, this man broke it down. If y'all want me to do more of these videos, let me know. Like button, sub button. I'm going to see you boys soon. Kingston, Majesty, A.